三菱ふそうトラックバス株式会社 CIO ルッツベック様よりご講演をいただきます。ベック様、よろしくお願いいたします。
Good morning, everybody. You would expect some slides. I don't have any slides because this is the new approach. We heard from before already data, big data, digital transformation, all these topics. And now I'm standing in front of you, somebody from the so-called old industry. But in all the topics what we have, if we're talking about data, always cars, trucks are coming. Because these are actually data topics. And this is exactly what we are doing at Mitsubishi Fuso at the moment. We are in the midst of a digital tornado in the automotive industry. So the complete industry is changing. And changing in a way that we are using technology. Technology is always in the cars and the trucks, there is always technology, there was always technology. But nowadays there is a complete different story, because everything is connected. And what we are currently working on is that we're connecting everything. Yeah? The truck or the car is one small piece, but what we're doing, we are connecting the full world. Because what we want to do is, we want to disrupt our business, we want to disrupt the industry, and we want to create something completely different, which is having a completely different value. If you think about automotive industry, all of you knowing that we have our cars, and everybody, I can use the example of cars because it's very important that we have the cars, everybody of you knows the cars, everybody of you loves cars. Yeah? But if you look at the car in around 5 to 10 years, the car is nothing else than a device. Yeah? It's just hardware. Yeah? And now you can say, all right, but I love a certain hardware because it's different. But on a truck industry, it's just a hardware. It's something you are using for your daily business. And it's not about the hardware anymore, because the hardware is replaceable. It's all about the services which you are offering. So and that's the reason why we started approximately 2 years back, together also with Hortonworks Japan here, to work intensively on renewing our complete platform, on renewing everything and going into the way of a data-driven organization. Data-driven organization means we are collecting all the data, we are moving all the data, and we are trying to create new business services out of the data. Because if you think about a truck running every day, 24 hours, it's collecting so much information, it's collecting so much data, which can be very helpful for the society, because we are collecting weather data, we are collecting data about traffic, we are collecting all the other topics as well. And this is topics where we say we add value and we create new business services. In order to do so, we of course need to have a platform which is running, because the amount of data which we will produce is enormous. The amount of data which you produce, if you talk about self-driving, autonomous, is enormous. We cannot imagine how much data is produced here. So we need to have a technology which is capable to work with this amount of data, and we of course need to be able to basically analyze this data as well and use this data appropriately. But what I want to tell you is, it's not about the product which we're having, it's about all the data which we're having. And this is the new key. Yeah? Why companies like Google are so successful? Because they learned very, very early what they can do with data. If we don't learn that, if we're not doing that, then we will disappear. Because all the manufacturing companies which are thinking they have a superior product, which we certainly have, but with no additional value, with no additional services. They don't have anything because hardware is replaceable. And as you have seen with a lot of companies, just naming one company, which is Nokia. Nokia was also under the impression they are very, very good and they have everything, but now they disappeared from the market. Nothing is there anymore. Yeah? And this is exactly why we're working so hard and striving so hard on the topic of data, together, of course, with Hortonworks, because we do feel that this company is having the ambitions to be number one, as we do have the ambitions to be number one for the manufacturing industry in Japan, and for the manufacturing industry, of course, worldwide as well, because we want to basically move things, we want to create new values, we want to also say, okay, this is something where we can add value to the society. And that's why we are so keen to work on this data platform, on these data topics itself. Digital transformation, as we said, is not just about the analytics, it's not just about data itself, it's about artificial intelligence, it's about machine learning, it's deep learning. So self-learning and autonomous driving, it's all what we are applying there. You need to learn, you need to basically use artificial intelligence, you need to use the machine learning, the deep learning experience in order to really be able to do the self-driving and the autonomous driving. It's not so easy from a technology point of view, you can do it. The key question what we have is the data, the amount of data and the analytics of this data. And that's why we are basically striving now, after having our trucks connected and in the field and collecting a lot of data via the network, while we are now looking at how we can basically enhance the full package and take that into a complete different stage to use that for self-learning, self-driving, and of course as well for the autonomous driving. The cybersecurity topic is a topic which is very important as well, we're working on. We have basically continuous hacks which we are doing on our environment. I don't tell you the results now, but how partially this is horrible. So I'm very, very keen to learn what you have here, because we have, of course, here problems as well. And there is a lot of attacks coming. We all do know about WannaCry. I think this was very famous over the last couple of weeks. And just to tell you, this WannaCry is not yet over. And of course we are learning with each of the attacks, we are learning also what we need to do and how we need to detect. There is no 100% protection anymore, but there could be a 100% detection, which is something which is also coming back to the data, which is also coming back to the analytics. So what you presented is very interesting for us as well. And we need to look into how we can do it. We are living, all of us, we want to have the connected world. We all want to have everything connected. We want to have all our data available at any point and any time to us. But I do think most of us do not understand the risk behind that. Because you are exposed all over. You're exposed in the internet, you're exposed in the social media. And we are happy, to be honest with you, we are happy to collect all the data out of the social media, because this is helping also for the marketing purposes. And it's so easy to collect all this data out of the social media. So the cybersecurity portion is in our complete package of the digital transformation, which is basically used for big data analytics. This was the start. Connectivity, connected trucks was the second portion. Now we are coming into the topic of machine learning, self-learning, artificial intelligence. And I'm happy to learn more what is coming more, because the thing what is important is also you cannot stay where you are. You always need to improve, you always need to change, and you always need to improve your way of doing. We were coming from a very old history. And this is good if you have a old history. But if you do not change, if you do not learn, unfortunately your history is not helping you. So what we are doing now at Mitsubishi FUSO, we are transforming the complete company. We have the slogan, data is the new oil. We are transforming into a data-driven organization. And the value of technology, we are having a much higher value than it was before. So also on the IT side, if you look at it, and I give you a nice example, Tesla is having approximately 40% of resources on R&D and IT. Of this 40%, 30% are coming out of IT and 10% of R&D. So you see the value change, and that's exactly what we're doing at Mitsubishi FUSO now. Together with Hortonworks, we're happy to go this way. And I would challenge you to give us much more topics where we can achieve our targets. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you.